Yo, what's going on? BC, bringing the business. Top 3 players in San Antonio Spurs history. Number 1, we're going to go with the Iceman, George Gervin. 9-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 5-time first team, 2-time second team, 4-time scoring champ. You know what I'm saying? He was a scoring machine, man. He held down the Spurs in the 70s and the early 80s. So, Iceman makes the list. Next, after Iceman, you got to go with David Robinson. David Robinson was a 2-time champ with the Spurs. He got an MVP, 10-time All-Star, 4-time first team, 2-time second team, 4-time third team, Defensive Player of the Year, 4-time All-Defensive first team, 4-time second team defense. You know what I'm saying? David Robinson was a beast, man. A lot of people like to forget about how nice David was due to the, him not having a great Western Conference Finals against Hakeem that year. But David Robinson wasn't no joke on both ends of the court, man. David Robinson was tough, and he spent his whole tenure with the Spurs. And you got to factor in, he had this great career with the Spurs after coming over late because he had to fulfill his obligation to the Navy. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know that he was in the Navy first, and he, didn't come right over to the NBA. So he left a lot of meat on the bone, man. That he could have even had an even greater career, especially statistical. But yeah, David Robinson, number 2. Number 1, we all know Tim Duncan, the big fundamental. When it comes to Spurs, he has to be the number 1 guy. 5-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 2-time MVP, 15-time All-Star, All-Star Game co-MVP, 10-time first team, 3-time second team, 2-time third team. You know what I'm saying? 8-time All-Defensive first team. And then another 7-time Defensive second team. Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Timmy resume is nasty. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all already knew that before I said that. So, Timmy is arguably the greatest power forward to ever play the game. Just a real tough career, man. Resume nasty, man. Played his entire career with the Spurs as well. So, those are my top 3 Spurs of all time. The Iceman, George Gervin, man. One thing I could do was finger roll, baby. And he was just a scoring machine for the Spurs after coming over from the ABA. After that, David Robinson, man. The Admiral. And then after that, we got the big fundamental. And they got 3 dope nicknames too, man. So those are my 3 best Spurs of all time, man. Business.